congratulations to Coach Jarrett and to the Florida State Seminoles for they were the better team this weekend, and they deserve that championship. We made them fight a little bit today. It's the first time I've personally held Link Jarrett under 20 runs at Notre Dame and Florida State. Got over 20 against us in postseason. And he's a great coach, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his guys, and devastated for us and the guys that played their last game in our uniform. I'm so proud of the way that they fought. I'm so proud of the way that they competed and comported themselves all weekend. The way that they went about their business, they didn't. Life's about getting back up when you get knocked down, and these guys epitomized that. They couldn't have got knocked down worse yesterday. But in the first inning today, we're taking one of the best pitchers, the best pitcher in my opinion, in the tournament that's left out there. Making them look good and not great, which is a heck of an accomplishment. We got some help with some miscues on the other side, but we cashed in on them. These guys right here played their last game in our uniform, and they're really, really special to me. Corey Morton's a self-made baseball player who just has made himself. He got his 200th hit today, which from where he started to where he is now as a professional prospect, going to get a chance to get paid to play is extraordinary. I'm so proud of him. This guy, we told Luke Broadhurst he wasn't good enough. A year and a half into his tenure, you're not good enough to be a Husky, and why don't you go to Division III level? He did that and became a national championship. With this guy right here, get 2 national champs on either side where I want to be a national champ. They've already done it, and he came back. When Coach McDowell convinced me to give him a call, and I was probably the most nervous I've ever been making a recruiting call, and said, "I'd love for you to come back." And instead of hanging up the phone and calling me names, he took us up on it, and it's an incredible story that he came back and then became, he developed into an incredible player, and you saw that on display today. A guy with a slow heartbeat that just rises to the occasion. I once said he had a low motor. It's so incorrect. He has a motor, you just don't see it churning. And these guys are all going to be successful in life. This guy wasn't ready for his slow pitch softball career to start, I don't think, and he hit that ball a long way, and he almost got another one out. Another guy who rises to the occasion. When the chips are down, you can count on Matt Malcolm to deliver. He's a gamer, absolute gamer. When the money's on the line, he cashes in more often than not. I was really happy to see him in that spot. I wasn't surprised when he got 2 strikes on him. I got 2 strikes on him in another bat there and almost hit another one. I think I wasn't at all surprised by it. I was just so happy for him that he could produce under those circumstances. Florida State and the environment here is the best that I've ever competed in college baseball. The fans should be. I heard how great the fans were before coming here, and the animals, and O Canada, and all the incredible traditions that they have here. It lived up to its billing. We've played in hostile environments. I wouldn't call this, I would call it tough to play in, but the people are baseball fans. They're true fans. They appreciate effort. They appreciate good play. I think they appreciated the way that we competed today, especially. And I know people were making Airbnb reservations after watching us play. They were making them in Omaha midday yesterday, and maybe they thought for a half a second or two that they might have to cancel those. But I'm really, kudos to them for showing up yesterday in that heat and cheering on their team. And then again today, it was an electric atmosphere. And I'm just proud of the way that we competed in a really tough environment. So that said, congratulations to Florida State. We hope that they go on and win it all.
Questions, please? Any of you guys can answer this. What has this kind of season meant to you guys, really simply? Question for you.
It's meant a lot because where we came from, the coaches never gave up on us, coaching us, and the players never gave up on ourselves. And I think if you told anyone in that dugout that we'd be competing here at FSU for a super regional in the first 20 games of the season, I think everyone would kind of look at you and they'd be like, oh my gosh. But I mean, we always believed in ourselves, and everyone kind of came together, and we came together as a team, and each guy picked the next guy up, and we kind of got it rolling and came into a regional, won a regional, and we were trying to do the same thing here. And it's just a really good brotherhood around the program, and what this program's been built up to in the last few years. It's been incredible, and I think the next step is really just getting to Omaha.
Luke, can you talk about the approach against Arnold? I mean, he's dominated a lot of lineups. You guys fouled off a ton of pitches, just kind of made them work and had so many good bats against them.
Yeah, I mean, emphasis was definitely to get on top of the fastball. He likes his fastball. He should. I mean, it's got good life to it, but we knew that going in, and I think our guys are ready to just put balls in play, just make them make plays, not strike out. We wanted them to have to make plays, and I think that showed. They made some mistakes, and we capitalized on those mistakes today.
And Coach, not just his offense, but your whole defense played well, but he made several plays that could have been tricky look easy. Just what did that do for just kind of the confidence?
He had an inning play in the seventh, and it's like I said, he's got a really slow heartbeat, but I know that it's beaten in there. It's just it allows him to be calm and breathe in the moment. I don't know how what to attribute that to, but it's really special. In that environment to have 6 RBIs. I mean 6 RBIs, 4 for 5. In a weird way, I was kind of upset that they had the error. Oxford had the error because it kind of made the decision easy for Link to walk him. And I thought he's already in scoring position at first. If I had that play back the way that they got the ball in, we might have been able to score Paul if I don't hold him. With the way that the cutoff was botched. But again, I got him up, so it was like, am I really going to do that there? I believed that he was going to get it done, but when they walked him, I'm like, son of a gun, that was a great move. In retrospect, it's Walter Allston-ish. It's great move. Anyway, just the ball was, and then he hits it 2 feet higher off above that wall. It goes, you get into the wrong part of the ballpark to left. But just what an incredible accomplishment to be in that moment and hit that ball as hard as he did. And this guy, just doing the same. 2 guys that went to Eastern Connecticut State and won a national championship, and here they are, one of the meccas of college baseball, performing on the biggest stage. They should be really proud of themselves.
First off, I want to congratulate all the seniors on a great college baseball career. Coach, I wanted to ask you, as Florida State moves on, you got 2 games, you got a glimpse of what kind of team they are. Kind of tell us what kind of team should their next opponent, whoever it may be between Tennessee and Evansville, what should they expect from the Seminoles?
Well, they're 1 through 9. Anybody can hit the ball out. They're very balanced. They do a great job with 2 strikes. They hunt the right pitches in advantage counts. We knew that about a rotator coach team. They're going to have a great sound offensive approach. I think they're an outstanding ball club. They've got some. I know they're not really high in their bullpen supposedly, but the arms that we saw can get the job done. They should feel very confident heading to Omaha. I felt like today, I don't know if it was yesterday we didn't do much, and today we forced them to make a couple plays, and they didn't look quite ready for that. But I think that was just the nature of the way the game played out yesterday to today, and that probably helped teach them a lesson going into Omaha. I think you got to stay sharp. I'm sure Coach Jarrett's going to remind them of that. But I was very impressed with them rising to the occasion, and they got great support here. But it's something to actually have to do it in front of those people too. There's pressure there. There's a lot of pressure on them. There wasn't much pressure on us coming in. We weren't supposed to be here, and the way that they had their regular season, they were supposed to be. They delivered.
Jim, what do you think the issue was offensively there in the extra innings?
Oh, I don't know. We're up against a really good guy, a great breaking ball, and we just needed one more knock. The second baseman makes a great catch. I think he got a slow start on it, but Farrow closed on that. I'm yelling at Minnick to try to score on it. I'm glad he didn't. He saw the play, but that was a great grab. I mean, he makes a game-saving catch there. off of not so hard contact, but we made hard contact in the last inning, 3 times. I mean, Caleb Spur hits the crap out of a breaking ball to dead center. The center fielder who didn't start the game comes in, makes a hard catch look easy. I wasn't that upset with our bats, to be honest with you. We struck out a couple times early with runners in scoring position. We had second and third and first with nobody out. We got 2 in, but we didn't cash in further than that. That comes back to bite you.
And you guys took one of the top teams in the country to the wire on their field. You don't look like you're appreciating that very much. Are you more mad that you guys didn't finish the job, or you appreciate what you guys did accomplish?
Yeah, we went toe-to-toe with them today, and I'm a very competitive guy, and I wanted to come out on top there. Very good team, and they're going to make some noise in Omaha, and I just wish that we could have gotten another one across and get the fight tomorrow. But all credit to them. They had a great game all weekend with the lights out of the ball, so all credit to them. They're going to do some noise in Omaha.
Gibbs is special. He's just so balanced. And we're spinning on off speed all day. We're trying to sneak a fastball by him there. It's like sneaking cheese past the mouse. It's tough to do, but he didn't miss it. He didn't miss it. It wasn't exactly where we wanted it, but he did not miss it. He's as balanced and as good a hitter as I've seen in my 21 years as a head coach.
How do you think your staff kind of stacked up to the challenge this weekend? You said you faced a link Jerry lineup before, but it just felt like you couldn't keep them under wraps for so long.
Yeah. I mean, we came up short. We got to go back to the drawing board. Myself included. I got outcoached. We got to be better. We got to learn from this. There's things that he does and their staff do. I wanted to go watch him Mohegan Sun in the clinic. I helped get him into that clinic, and I got sidetracked and never got to his session. So I got to get to his session one of these times. I'm going around to watch what he does. If he's got some magic behind the curtain, but I got to learn from him and learn from others. If we're done learning, we're dead. So I'm gonna keep learning and get better.
Then you feel like you're just right there on the precipice.
That's for other people to say. I did tell our players that they left it better than they found it, and they found it pretty darn good. But that's for others to speculate on. I have to. Right now I'm thinking about the transfer portal and NIL and how far behind we are, and we got to get home as fast as possible so I can get guys on campus and recruit and make this better. But I did tell the guys in the huddle that, when we do lift the trophy in Omaha, which will happen, absolutely will positively happen, we'll be standing on their shoulders. And I tell every group of seniors and grad students that play the last game in their uniform that, because I truly believe it in my core and I know it's going to happen. My 82-year-old father was here all weekend. We want to get him back to Omaha. He's played with his brother in 1965 in the College World Series, and every Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving, I got to sit around the table and hear that we haven't taken my team there yet. So I'm running out of time. It's telling me I got to hurry up. So we're not going to give up.
What do you take away from this team? I mean, people say every team's different. This one especially is. Do you have something right now in front of mind?
Yeah, we're never going to quit. We dug a hole. We played some behemoths early. It prepared us for the end of the season. But there is a quiet confidence about the group all the way through. They taught me a lot about stick-to-itiveness and just showing up every day, punching the clock, doing your work, trusting that it's going to come out in the end and it's going to work out. And they believed in themselves and each other. They worked their butts off and just stayed together. I got guys born in the last century, born in the last millennium, right? 99? Well, 98.
2000.
You're a baby. And I got guys, that are 18, 19 years old. And so I'm so grateful for those 18 and 19 year olds to have learned from guys like these. It's some of the hardest working guys I've ever been around, and a team that I will treasure forever. What we went through with our young team impact member dying midstream in April, AJ. The guys were playing for him. They dedicated the season to him, and they should not be hanging their heads for 1 second. I think he'd be proud. It's a shame. He's a little boy. He just wanted to be a big boy, and big boys had to play like little boys this weekend and try to keep it going. I think they did just that. They played with a lot of joy. They played with a lot of fun and looseness this year.